Hello Goddess, and welcome back to another episode. This is episode 3 of the Goddess series. This series is all about empowering you to help you remember and regain that goddess energy that we all possess inside of us. If you like to follow this series, please hit that subscribe button. Also, I love to have the comments down below so that way we can all engage with each other. Love you guys so much. Let's go ahead and hop into today's Goddess. So for today's Goddess, we have Freya. How beautiful is Freya? I love that name. She's so intense, and I feel a real connection with her. A lot of people don't know this about me, but my mother actually has Celtic ancestry, so I'm very, very connected and drawn to any type of Celtic goddess. So I love Freya, and I feel like she is a powerhouse, and I am all about self-empowerment, and so I feel like she definitely does bring that to the surface. So I will go ahead and read her alignment message, and then we will do our little discussion. Again, if you'd like to chime in on the discussion, go ahead and comment your own views on the alignment message down below. I would love to read those, so read that for you now. Failure and disappointment are parts of life that few want to accept. Perhaps a job you want doesn't come through. A lover you thought was the one betrays your hopes and expectations. Or maybe your kids are acting out. Maybe a long-term creative project didn't yield the success you so deeply hoped for. Or perhaps you were hurt by someone for no apparent reason. Goddess of War and Radical Acceptance, Freya says, "Have no fear, this is only temporary. Now is not the time to linger in perceptions of low self-worth. Your alignment task is to accept the truth wholeheartedly, to see your situation exactly for what it is. She will bring you to a place of surrender where you have to heal. Freya knows that you will emerge stronger and wiser. Only good will come out of this. Trust the goddess Freya is watching over you." To me, that alignment message is amazing. But when you are actually living out that alignment message, where everything you thought you knew or everything you thought you were going to become completely crumbles in front of you, it's a lot. It is a lot. And no matter how perfect you want to act or be or strive for, there will always be obstacles that are placed in front of us. And a lot of the time, those obstacles are to help us grow and to become better than we ever dreamt, or to put us in a position better than we could have ever imagined for ourselves. So things might not play out the way that you want them to, but whenever you reflect back and accept the change, you'll notice that had that not happened, you would not have become or even be where you are at this very moment. So do not beat yourself up about not having something succeed, not having something play out the way that you thought it was going to be, because sometimes there's a bigger picture. There's like there's a whole overview of things that we don't even see that are going to happen. We don't foresee them, and we get upset when the little things don't play out the way that we want them to. Whenever you feel like, oh my goodness, I just lost this job. Oh my goodness, this person just left me. There might be something there better than you could have ever imagined and than you could have ever hoped for waiting for you. And the reason that that person had to leave the way they did was because you wouldn't let them go. So something had to physically pull them out of your life for you to go ahead and move on forward with something else. Okay? Every success story that I've heard, somebody has been either fired or not hired, and so they found their own way. They found their own way, and then they became successful, more successful than the place that they wanted to be at. They were too big for that place. And when you get rejected by something or someone, it's really hard to see that you might have been too big for that person or that place. Because it sucks. You're like, if I'm too good for it, then why don't I have it? Because if you had it, it would just be backpedaling. It serves you no good. It serves you no purpose. Okay? So it's okay, and it's actually a good thing for things not to happen as expected, because there's a big chance that something better is on its way. So this is telling you to have faith that there is somebody and something, a goddess, your angels, your higher self, God, your divine, whomever is watching over you. Whenever you feel yourself starting to become overwhelmed with the small mishaps of this didn't happen the way I wanted it to, or I'm upset that I don't look like this, or I don't have this career, or I don't have this income, just breathe. Center yourself, regain yourself, and remind yourself, even though it might seem crazy and it might be sad at this very moment, that something there in the future is waiting that is so much better than you could have ever imagined, ever. And if that goes wrong, then you keep striving forward. There's times where I wanted to give up on everything because it didn't plan out the way that I thought it was going to plan out. Had I done that, would I be here now? I don't know. I don't know. But you cannot let yourself get boggled down by little disappointments, because sometimes those happen energetically to shove you back in the right direction. I will go ahead and also read Freya's empowerment message, because I feel like it's very important. You see life as a battleground, you lose sight of a more easeful way to be in the world. Can you stand in the middle of chaos and allow yourself to center in and hum the eye of the storm? That's so funny. I did not read this beforehand, FYI. This is all new to me. This book is completely new to me. But yeah, that's exactly what I visualize when I see myself getting worked up over the little things. I have to remind myself and center myself. So you can use meditation, you can use music, you can use whatever technique helps you recenter. Some people use techniques that are maybe not healthy habits, such as drugs or alcohol or sex. Some people use those to distract themselves with the chaos instead of going deeper within themselves and aligning themselves. Because when you use things outside of yourself to center yourself, you're actually not centering yourself, you're pulling your energy apart. Okay? When you have those connections with people during sex, when you have those connections with alcohol or with drugs, it's actually building energetic cords and attachments to other things. So that is actually going to make your life more chaotic than before you had all that happen. And in the time, it might seem fine and dandy, but then if you notice over time you start to drain, right? To the point where one day you don't even know why you do what you do. You just do it, and then it becomes a codependency, and there's that attachment energetically. So we don't want to do that, goddesses. We want to regain our strength and our power and reclaim it. So in order to do that, you really need to fall within yourself. So whenever you find yourself in a chaotic situation, instead of saying, oh, I really need a glass of wine to calm me down, calm yourself down. You never know when there's going to be a day where you don't have those outlets, and you don't want to fall into depression because of that. Okay? You want to have enough strength and alignment and power within your own vessel that you don't have to seek outside of yourself. Freya reminds you that you don't need the other stuff to make you feel okay. You already have it all within you. It's all within you. This is why certain activities are so popular and are so pushed onto so many people, to distract you from your own power, goddess. Okay? That's why everything is overly sexy, overly sexualized. Alcohol is cool, doing drugs is acceptable. It is to distract you and pull you away from the power you possess within yourself, because you become dependent. The main parts of this series is to bring that power back that is inside of you. We are reactivating that DNA that has lied dormant within us because we have been told that we do not have power, and that if we do utilize our power, people have been labeled as all these like horrible things. I know that in the 18th century, if you were good with herbs, you were classified as a witch. Just because you were good with herbs. Now you can be an herbalist and it's an actual career and a job. So the world is totally backwards right now. Things don't make sense, but we are allowing it to continue to happen, okay? We allow these things to happen so they become normal, and then it's not until something major happens where people are like, okay, maybe we've had enough of this paradigm. So maybe we'll shift our realities, which I'm not here to judge, so however long it takes, that's fine. But the point of this series is to help you remember and regain that goddess strength and energy so we do not have to keep on repeating cycles. Reclaim your power. You are unstoppable, just like Freya. Okay? She's unstoppable and she's gonna help guide you through, is her message. I love you, goddesses, so much. I wanted to keep this episode a little bit on the shorter side because I know I could talk forever. I could literally talk for hours, but yeah, we have a whole series on that. You can also catch me on my podcast, which I talk for hours as well. So yeah, there you go. I'll go ahead and link that down below if you are interested. I hope you feel empowered and I hope you don't feel alone because you are never alone, goddess. I love you so much. Until next time.